and I'll see you when we get there. Alright, so after much fighting with a number of different magic users, I'm finally in the bottom of the Sunderstone Gorge. This is a cave. I quoted it wrong. I think I said it was over here just a second ago. It's actually... Let's see if I can get any better of a view on exactly where this thing is. It's right over here, kind of on the edge of some mountains and the edge of where it goes out into the plains. A little bit north of this Moss Mother Cavern, which there's a quest there you can do to kill some Spriggans, but at level 5, which is where I'm at right now, the Spriggans are pretty tough. And I think I might have a couple more enemies in the next room, but I think I've pretty well cleared it. And whenever I get close to this door, if you take a listen... Whoa! Whenever I get close to this door, I start to hear chanting. Let's see what we got here. I know I've got to be close. 'Cause, I mean, come on, they're chanting at me. Oh no, Lydia, come on now. Oh no. Oh Jesus! Oh, that got it. Okay, so if that wasn't it, then maybe there's another way around. I'm almost certain I have more enemies now. Just given that I've had to walk a little ways without seeing any. Alright, iron door. Oh yeah, here we go. Magic users, I use my lightning against generally because it drains their magic as well as their health. Except for when I see this oil. Hopefully I can pull them. Huh. Let's see if I can cast a spell to get their attention. Yeah, that got their attention alright. You'll notice that these are kind of tough dudes too. That one fireball easily took half my life. I want to burn that so I don't get burnt by it when I get in there. I would like to have used it against them, but I don't think it's going to work quite that way. Oh, a flame at your neck, huh? Little of the voice. Gonna need my highborn spell here. Oh, it's not recharged yet. I'm really hoping Lydia doesn't die. That would be a terrible atrocity. Hey look, my lightning's got this guy using his dagger. Oh, come on now. Loot the body very quickly like. Oak flesh, I've already got that spell. Ooh, maybe I can just occupy this guy. Let Lydia handle the Atronak. Somebody's hitting me with fireballs here. That's not cool. What you got? What you got? Lydia, you alright down there? Take her! Got it. Here's the dragon word, by the way. I'll be getting to that in just a moment. I guess this would be the key kind of time to pull out my mace. Just go down. Wow, Lydia was actually really hurting that. I saw her for a split second at like a third health. That is tough. Yeah, playing this on expert, there is no way I would get very far without my companion, at least in these early stages. Ooh, a dead Breton. Let's go loot these other corpses before tuning in to this dragon word. Yeah, let's go ahead and take those robes. Really great thing about fighting casters is almost all of them have garb that has like one weight and between 25 and 150 value. So you can if you notice my weight, I'm not weighed down very much, 170, and like if I come in here, I have got so many different sets of robes. I'm gonna get easily a couple hundred gold out of this dungeon. And again, I'm gonna delay. Ooh, banded iron armor of minor alteration. Well, if I was a battle mage, that would be amazing, but I am not. I'm gonna go ahead and take it anyway because it's valuable. And then, last but not least, I'm going to learn Fire Breath. Now, unfortunately I have not yet met another dragon, so if I had a dragon soul, I'd be able to come into powers. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I would be able to come into shouts, and I would be able to unlock Fire Breath, but I do not have a dragon soul to do so. So the first time I find, fight, and kill a dragon, I will be able to unlock that power, and then I'll be able to breathe fire. Alright, so a couple soul gems, sure, I will take those, I will take those. So I'm going to detail real quick one more time exactly where this cave is after doing my final search, my final grab at all the potentially valuable items. Let me go over the titles of some of these books. Of course, there are books in the world that are considered skill books that when you read them you instantly get a skill off of them. They are all over the world. I believe the stats on those are that there are 5 different names of a book, 5 different types of books for each skill, and each type of book, like say there's a book called Thief and it gives you Sneak. There are also 4 other names of books like The Sneaker, and I don't know, these aren't actual names, but just as an example. And each of these books, like Thief, has 3 to 5 different versions of itself throughout the world. So the likelihood of finding skill books is kind of high, and you'll generally find at least one in just about every dungeon you go into, which is pretty darn cool. Alright, I'm almost back out to the surface. So, yes. We can take a look at the surrounding area, and then I'll detail this on my map one more time just to help you guys find it. And, well, next I would love to be able to find and kill a dragon, but I don't really know how hunting those works. I know there are dragon mounds, and I know that each dragon mound has differing states of activation. One where it's dormant, one where it's active and the dragon's already left, one where it's active and the dragon's still there, recuperating strength, and then one where it's being activated, although at least right now I'm not going to spoil anything about what it means for it to be in progress of being activated. Alright, so here's the little unassuming cave that I found this fire breath in. It looks like there's a little fort to my north. I'll probably at least go get that discovery point. Some kind of little camp right across the little beaten path. There is kind of a path going through here. And then I'll look at it on the map one more time. It is the Sunderstone Gorge. So I now have fire breath. Alright, I am going to need to do a little bit of looking to find out what my next priority is. So I'll see you guys soon. Alrighty, here I am in Whiterun. I fast traveled back to Whiterun. I've done a little bit of selling, lightened my load a little, and in selling I got some speechcraft and leveled up. So I'm going to jump in here. I've been piling heavy on Magicka. 200 feels pretty good. I'm judging that by the fact that I can generally wipe out one opponent before running out of mana. I want to be able to do at least that, and you know, if opponents get lined up with my little AoE spells, I can probably wipe out 2. And if I need to fight multiples, then I can get a little bit tricky and start dancing around. So I'm going to go ahead and put this point in health, which you just saw me do. And where am I going to put the perk? Alright, so I guess I could give a recap of the perks I already have. I already have Novice Destruction to half the Magicka cost of my Destruction spells, and I already have Destruction Dual Casting. I have not yet got Apprentice Destruction because I don't have any Apprentice level spells, and I may not for a while. I picked up Novice Restoration because, especially during that dragon fight, I found myself having to heal a lot in battle, so I needed a lot more efficiency out of the heals so that I could use my mana both for healing and also still have some for damage. And I went and picked up dual casting as well. Now this regeneration perk is probably one of the most attractive to me. It makes my healing spells essentially 50% more powerful. I'm not going to necessarily dive into that though. I kind of want to take a look around. In all of the magic trees, the first perk is always, well, I guess enchanting might be the exception. The first perk's always novice casting, that lets you cast the novice level spells at half magicka. It looks like the first level of enchanting just makes your enchantment stronger. I'm not really going to be delving much into enchanting with this character either. I may later on, but I'm definitely not going to make it a focus up front. I would like to get into conjuration so that I can get a zombie and or other pet that that you know is decent, is better than the zombie. But I don't know. Like restoration and destruction are really clear, but the use of almost all of these others is really situational. And then of course I could, if I wanted to, I could reach out and slap it into some other tree, if I even have any other trees over 20. I actually really like the lockpicking tree just in general. Each different level lock perk isn't amazing, but there are a lot of other really cool perks like 5 more golden chest, 50% greater chance of finding special treasure, that one especially. Pick starts close to the lock opening position, lock picks never break. It's got a lot of really neat stuff. Automatically gives you a copy of a picked lock's key if it has one. So this would work for like if you lock pick your way into somebody's house. People's houses will relock after time. So if you pick it once, you'll have a wax key. You'll never really have to pick it again. So that's a neat tree, but I'm definitely not going to slap a point in it right now. Speechcraft would actually get me gold faster. I haven't done anything with Speechcraft on other characters. 10% better selling prices right off the bat, and it gets up to 50% with levels. 10% better prices with the opposite sex, can bribe guards to ignore crimes. Intimidation is twice as successful. Persuasion attempts are 30% easier. Can invest gold to increase gold amount permanently. Can sell any type of item to any merchant. Can barter stolen goods with merchants I've invested in. Every merchant in the world gains another 1,000 gold. So that seems like it'd be a really handy tree to have up eventually, but I just can't justify having it early. I think I'm going to have to go in this restoration tree. I'm going to have to beef up my healing spells a bit more. Alrighty, so that's that. Okay, now I've decided that the next thing I'm going to do is, before going to the College of Winterhold, I know I've had a lot of requests to just get up there and just start doing the Mage quest line, and I really want to because I think it's probably going to be some of the neatest stuff in the game. Instead of going straight to that, I am going to finish the Way of the Voice. At least do the next step of it. The chain where I go speak to the Greybeards will have me go to Ivarstead and then travel up a bunch of steps all the way up to the top of the mountain, High Hrothgar, and I'll basically get a couple free shouts when I go do that part of the quest. And the shouts are really handy, so I'm going to go get those free shouts. Really, I hope to encounter a dragon somewhere along the way because I want to get a soul so I can unlock my fire breath. And then, once I've got a couple shouts under my belt, I will move on to the College of Winterhold. Now, the way I'm going to get over to Yarstead, instead of just walking out of Whiterun and running over there, because that would be an incredibly long run through somewhat difficult territory, I'm going to go to the stable here in Whiterun, and I'm going to take a carriage over to Riften, and then I'm going to run from Riften to Yarstead, and then on up the mountain. So, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys at least how the carriage stuff goes, in case none of you guys have seen the carriages. It's a really handy way to get around the world, especially early when you don't have points discovered for fast traveling. This is the stable outside of Whiterun.